In the dim glow of flickering candlelight, the room seemed alive with shadows. Old family photos, forgotten trinkets, and a heavy silence filled the air, as if the past itself refused to let go. It was in this room that the story began, a tale whispered through generations, steeped in fear and mystery. My mother often spoke of our family's strange history, one marked by shadows and unspoken curses. She would tell me of her own mother, walking alone one night, carrying me within her. It was a story she rarely shared, a tale of whispers, warnings, and the moment fate intervened. As my grandmother walked through the forest, she felt the weight of the trees bearing down on her. The air grew colder, and the path seemed endless. That's when she saw him, a man, his face hidden beneath a hood. He stared at her, his voice filled with terror. "Are you mad? Can't you see it?" he shouted. But see what? She looked around, yet nothing was there. The man reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, rusty nail. His hands trembled as though the object itself carried a burden. My grandmother stood frozen as he approached, her heart pounding. There was nothing in sight, yet the man acted as if an unseen force was pressing in on them, suffocating them both. With a swift motion, he pinned the nail into her clothes, his voice filled with disdain. "What would you have done if fate didn't cross our paths?" he asked, his words lingering like a curse. My grandmother could feel the weight of the moment, the man's fear, the oppressive darkness around them, and the silent, watching presence in the woods. She ran, through the trees, through the shadows, her breath ragged and cold. She dared not look back, though she felt someone chasing her. The forest seemed alive, its branches twisting and clawing at her as though trying to hold her back. Behind her, a glow flickered briefly, too strange to be the moon. Years later, as I sifted through old family photos, I came across a strange image. It was of my mother, pregnant with me. Pinned to her clothes was a large, gleaming safety pin. It seemed out of place, yet I couldn't look away. There was something unsettling about it, as though it carried a secret I wasn't meant to know. Even now, shadows linger in the quiet corners of my life. The rocking chairs sit empty, yet I feel watched. In my dreams, I hear a baby's cry, faint and distant, but the crib is always empty. And when I wake, I can't shake the feeling that something was there, watching, waiting, hiding just out of sight. They say curses cling to bloodlines, to places, to objects. As the years pass, I find myself wondering what was real and what wasn't. But some questions are better left unanswered, because the moment you start looking for the truth, you realize it's been staring back at you all along.